We sure? Yes, yes, come on. Liven yourselves up a bit, give yourselves a shake and let's get going. We're going to start off with our usual mobility work, okay? Ding dong, there we are. Brilliant.
Johnny.
Oh, what?
You look a bit bloody.
What?
Did you?
How did, is my hair?
Bloody, is it just me?
Have you, have you had a wee gin to wash your dinner down tonight, have you? We're not.
No, it's a bit bloody.
Can you see? Oh wait there, I just wiped it. I'm a wee bit blurry.
No, not now, because you're right there, but you were bit.
No, I don't know. How am I looking to everybody? Apart from the hair, don't comment on the hair. Nah, it's not a pretty sight, is it?
Hair, Johnny.
No, I know you're lying.
The best it's going to get, really, isn't it?
You shut your face. Might I guess you'd have something to say. Get that light off, it's better when we can't see your face at all. Right, we're ready for this. We're going to get ourselves started. We're going to get ourselves started. You asked for it, you asked for it. I will give as good as it takes. Right, we're going to get into, can you see me now? Can you see me though? Like, you don't need to see me in detail, high definition. But can you see me? Yes, good. Right, let's go for it. I presume everyone can see me because you're copying me. So there we go. We're going to get into this usual position. And as always, it's nearly been a year we've been doing this, and every night we do it, and every day we do it, I talk you through it like you've never done it before. You know the script, okay? It's not just a hold. You're trying to address any tightness that you're feeling in this position. And that's why I like it, because day to day, things tighten up in different areas, and it just gives you a chance to get stuck in. Especially before we start exercising, it's a damn good stretch, okay? Any time of the day, there is no wrong time to crack this stretch. So we're going, we're being proactive, and then I'm going to bring those feet together. I'm going to transition down. So I say transition because I'm not just dropping my hips. I want to push those shoulder blades apart by pushing those hands into the ground. And then you drop the hips and then you push up through, feeling that stretch in the core. Okay, now the core, your core is going to be on fire tonight if you do these exercises properly, okay? So it's very hefty on the core work. Remember, we're trying to push up through this, not trying to put too much stress on the lower back. We're moving it within the range it should be able to go to. Okay, so if it's feeling a bit tight, that's fine, but if you're feeling a lot of pressure, just be cautious that you're not putting a lot of pressure on your lower back. Remember, we're trying to feed this up the way in that curved position. Then from here, back into the original position. And yes, I am shouting because yes, we're using the old microphone that's attached to the camera. I'm still waiting on my clips getting delivered. So hopefully I won't have to shout like a crazy person for too much longer, although I secretly enjoy it. Makes me feel better after an hour of shouting and nothing. So I'm going to drop back down when and only when I'm ready. Back down to that position. Pushing up through it. Everything should be feeling pretty damn good right about now. Yes. Good. Fantastic. Great work, everybody. Yes. Good. Stop farting out. Who's that sliding all over the place? Get back up. There we are. Right, we're lifting back up. Then we're walking back in. We're walking back in. Now remember, make something of this walk back in. Tuck the chin in. Get a wee bit of hamstrings for nothing while you're at it. Fantastic. We're going to do the usual. We kind of fell away from it. Okay, we fell away from it, but we're going to get back into it. Nice and tall, nice and proud. Pull those shoulder blades together, which are going to be feeling damn good. It's going to be feeling good this morning. What? Forget it. Just do it. Tuck the chin in. Feel that stretch. Up the back of your neck. And roll yourself up into that ball. Okay, we're rolling ourselves up into that ball. Taking your time. Break it in to little sections. Addressing any tightness along the way. Remember, the goal is to roll the spine up into a tight ball with your chin tucked at the heart of it until you can't go any further. Pause and then release when you get to the bottom. So have a good prominent pause where everything's feeling like it's getting a damn good stretch, and then release. Good, fantastic. And by all means, shake out. We're going to do a second one, and this will be the final one. So nice and tall, nice and proud. Pull the shoulder blades together, which can be feeling nice and, don't know about you, I'm feeling nice and supple around the old overhead mobility after a mobility overhaul number 89 this morning. Oof, it was a beast. Tuck the chin in, roll yourself up, roll yourself up. Keep that chin tucked, remember it's not a rush to get to the bottom. you should be feeling the benefit from each little bit of movement on the way down. When you get to what feels like you can't go any further, stretch, contract, release slowly, coming back up the same way you went down. Good work. Right, we're getting into the knees. Feet together, knees together. Hands on the knees. We're never locking the knees out, but we're stopping short of it. Okay, so I don't want to keep locking the knees out. It's just little, push the knees forward, bring them back, push them forward, bring them back, but never locking them out. Focus on trying to feel a stretch in your ankles. Okay, so even if your ankles aren't tight, focus on feeling a good stretch as you push those knees forward as far as you can while keeping those heels firmly on the ground. If you want to throw in a little figure of 8 or 2, feel free. Get those knees greased. Grease the knees. Good. From here we're going to do our quad pumps. Okay, get a hold of your laces, bring the knees together, squeeze through the butt like you're at the top of a glute bridge, and then relax the squeeze. Squeeze through like you're at the top of a glute bridge, and then relax the squeeze. I want you to do a total of 5. Okay, pulling that foot towards your butt while you squeeze the butt to get the stretch through into the hip flexors, into the quads. So you should be feeling it anywhere from the knee up to your hip on the front of your thigh. Okay, 5 pumps, boom, there we go. Straight in, next leg. Pull the knees together, squeeze the butt through. That's how we engage the stretch. Okay, and that's how we prevent ourselves from just leaning back. And yeah, if you need to hold on to something, then do so. Good, fantastic. Pushing through, relax, but again, it's done off a feel. If you're tight there, you'll feel it straight away. If you're not, it'll just feel like a kind of nice stretch. Swings, side swings and toe touches. Let's get it done. You know the drill. You more will know the drill. Pay attention to them, focus on them, and get these done. These are the ones that make the real difference to those hips and how they're going to be moving over the course of the next 20 minutes. So we're swinging those legs, keeping those pelvises, those pelvi, is the plural, I believe. I'm only kidding. Right, keep the pelvis nice and neutral. Keep the legs swing high and far back as you can, feeling that stretch wherever's tight. And again, that's relative to you, specific to you, and where you may be tight. Good, but we're going for it. All the while, focus on your breathing. It's not getting us out of breath, but still, focus on your breathing. Big breaths. Start to get yourself prepared mentally and physically for a workout, because that's why we're here. Good. And then when you're ready, change legs. Only when you're ready. So we're not all working at the same pace. It's done all for fuel. So we're all going to be changing at different times. Good. And then we're going to our toe touches, ground taps. Hip hinge. Well, hip hinge, remember, is at the heart of this movement. It is the movement. This movement is a hip hinge. Chest up tall, pull the shoulder blades together. From the bottom of my spine to the top of my spine, it does not move. Nothing moves, nothing gives. From here, I push my hips back, maintaining that neutral spine. Hoot, come through, squeeze my butt. Hips back, hips back, hips back. Drive through, squeeze the butt. I'll say it again. If you cannot push your hips back, maintain a neutral spine and touch the ground without bending your knees excessively, you are lacking posterior chain mobility. You need to address your hamstrings, your glutes and your lower back. And if you don't, chances are you probably find that your back burns when you're doing a lot of movements like flutter kicks, or you feel a hell of a lot sore in your lower back when you're doing kettlebell swings, etc. and everything just doesn't feel nice. And you keep pulling your back out, okay? So that's probably why. That's the alarm bell there. If you're really struggling to maintain that neutral spine, touch the ground by pushing your hips back, then that's an alarm bell, because we should have that mobility before we even think about picking up a kettlebell. Or even some of these bodyweight exercises are putting a hell of a lot of strain on it. Right, we're into our squats. When you're ready, if you're still going with your hip hinges, please keep going and you can catch up. We're squatting down as far as you can go, setting into a good squat, okay, until something feels tight. If something is tight, if it's not, just descend into the depth of your squat and hold it, but try to enhance it, okay? So even if you're getting down to decent depth, you're not feeling too tight, pull the knee away from the elbow, bring it back in, pull the knee away from the elbow, bring it back in, all the while keeping this chest proud, so that we can always keep the spine again nice and neutral. Doesn't work if you're just sitting down here, okay, with a collapsed spine. Stand up, shake out, catch your breath, and let's go for the second one, the final one, okay? So make the most of it, it's yours. If you want to get down for 10 seconds and stand back up, or if you want to hold it for a little bit and add some side rotations in as well, I encourage you to do that. Whether you can do them or not, it doesn't matter. You do them as far as you can. If there's tightness present, work through it. Each day you do this, you're going to just get that little bit better, and that's what it's all about. If you can get into the ankles in this position, great. Get stuck into them. If you can't, then don't worry about it tonight. Good. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, get yourself shaked out and get yourself jogging on the spot. So again, if your ankles are feeling a wee bit tender, if your calves are a wee bit tight, a wee bit sore, okay, nice and light on the toes to begin with. And we're going to do our 3 big breaths. Whether you do them, that's up to you, but a big breath in, and then go for a double whammy out. Get the lungs emptied. Shake these arms out, nice and light on the feet. Clear the head. Get all the crap out of your lungs. And try to relax this upper body a little bit. Here we are, right, we're ready. We're going to start with our punches. Okay, so let's think about this. Keep the shoulder blades pulled together, keep the chest proud. The only thing that's really moving here is the arms from the shoulder joint, okay? The elbows bending, of course, but I don't want you to start shrugging the shoulder and start to go all over the shoulder. From here, we're going to the sides, okay? So this pretty much is a bend of the elbow. We're trying to keep the feet moving, and you're trying to keep your core fairly stable, okay? So I don't want you, don't bring the hips into it here. From here, we're going to go to our overhead press. Now, if you need to go slow, go slow. Remember, we're pulling these elbows down. We're keeping the forearm vertical, pulling the shoulder blades together and down. So the only thing we should feel moving is the shoulder joint. You shouldn't feel the shoulder girdle, your collarbones and everything start to rise up and shrug with it. So we're going for it. If you can bring the speed in, do it. Focus on your breathing. We are trying to raise the heart rate, so get those feet moving, please. Good. From here, we're going to go down. Down from the centre. And just imagine a pull up. Punch down, pull up. Punch down, pull up. Nice high elbows. Good. And then into our chest swings, slash, upper back, hit, back of the shoulder contractions. Getting a good squeeze of the shoulder blades. Hit. Good. Move the hands around, hands behind you. Palms up, palms down, palms forwards. See how it affects you. If there's any tightness present, if you feel a specific way, feeling like it's pretty damn tight, do a few more that way. Good. From here, we're into our straight arms up. Remember, just like we spoke about this morning and every other time, we're trying to keep the shoulder blades pulled together, keep that shoulder girdle stable, and don't bring everything else into it. If there's any tightness present, whether it's the chest, shoulders, lats, upper back, we try to address it rather than let it give in. From here, jumping jack style. We're nearly there. Great work. Right, okay, shoulder shrugs. Up and forward are yours. Enhance them. Really try to exaggerate those big circles. Okay, pull up as far as you can, push forward, push down, pull back, and then change direction. Good. And then we'll do our 2 neck rotations. Please do them, and please do them well, because we're going to be throwing a lot of force into these necks tonight. Tuck the chin in. And just move your neck off to the side and begin your circle. Keeping the chin pretty much in the centre of that circle that you're painting. 2 big rotations one way, 2 big rotations the other. Just trying to iron out any stiffness that you can. Good work. Right, breathe, get a show on the road, everybody. You've got 60 seconds until this circuit begins. Right, get on the spots. I'm going to show you the first exercise before I start the 30-second countdown timer. I'm going to show you the first exercise because we need to learn it. Okay, it's going to be fun. We've done it before, we've not done it in a wee while, and it's a serious exercise. Most people are going to laugh when we do it. It's a break dancer burpee. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So pay attention. I'm going to do my burpee out. Then I'm going to put all the weight onto one hand, drive that arm into the ground as hard as I can, so I'm stable here. And I'm going to take, so I've got my left hand on the ground, I'm going to take my left leg, I'm going to kick it through. See what I've done there? Then I'm going to come back, I'm going to replace the left hand with the right, and I'm going to kick through with the right arm and the right leg. Happy with that? And then I jump up, and then I stand up. And then when I go down, I start on the opposite side first. Okay, so I'm going out, kick out, kick out. And if you do this properly, you're going to feel the core working big time. Okay, I'm going to keep going until I see everybody at home practicing this, because there's no way you know these ones off by heart. So we're going to go out. It's important. I'm going to go slow here. You're trying to get the leg straight, okay? If I've got my leg in this position pointing towards you now, I can feel that ripping my core to hell. That's what's important. You're trying to feel the core activate. It doesn't work if you just do this, everybody. Okay, you just do that. I want you to keep your eyes on your toes. Back in, eyes on the toes. How do you add stability into the movement, which most people will struggle with if you're struggling with anything, I mean? Drive that arm into the ground hard. Don't have a soft shoulder where you're just doing this. Okay, push that hand hard into the ground and create that stability in the shoulders themselves. Everybody on live, are you happy with that, or do we need to practice more? You happy? Good. It's about control. Feel the core work. You should really feel the core work on a lot of these movements tonight. If you don't feel the core work, you're not doing them right. 30 seconds and we're going to start it. Okay, so that's your first exercise. The second exercise is a fast alternative V-sit. Pay attention. I explode vertical, beyond my toes. That explosive movement, the reason it's explosive is because I'm trying to get as much of my upper body off the ground as I can. That's what makes it tough. I want you to try, okay? Stand by, burpee, break dancers. Let's do it. You ready? Out, kick out one, kick out two, bring the feet together, bring it back in and add a big jump. Gets you thinking, gets the core working. You're trying not to let your butt sit on that floor. Relax. Fast alternative V-sits next. Not even told you the circuit. Classic Tabata, everybody. 20 on, 10 off. 2 exercises, 4 minutes per exercise. So go for it. Hell for leather. I've got a belly full of rice. Oh my word. That was a mistake. Explosive. It's fast. Control on the way down. If you struggle to get the upper body off the ground, I say it every time, keep struggling. Don't just do, oh, I can't do it. Try. Go. Because if you try, you're going to engage those muscles more. You're going to add much more stress to them. So you're going to get better. Make sure on these burpees on live, we're getting a big jump in because I'm seeing some pretty tub jumped. Big jumps. We're pushing myself tonight, okay? Fast alternative V-sits. If your ceiling's too low, make a hole in it. Stand by. Go. Explode up, reach up. So if you don't have the strength to get the upper body off the ground, that's not an excuse. Still try, hit it. You might not get up, but you're going to be engaging those muscles more. You're going to be asking more of them. So each time you do these, relax. You're going to build up the strength. Whereas if you just say you don't have the strength and you never try, you're not going to get better. Right, let's get these done. We're starting to get to grips with them now. Let's go. Out to the side, flick, out to the side. And just like anything, you'll get better at it the more you do it. But you should feel the core working like hell. Keep your eyes on the toes. Eyes on the toes. Oh, oh my word. Core's already on fire. This is the second one. Right. Good work. Stand by. Go. So we're never slow. We're never slow on the way up. We explode, punch up, down under control. Try to catch it, hit on the way down. Relax. Right, everybody, catch your breath. Focus on your breathing. I do believe. It's not us done. Go again. Right. I could have swore I've done these blooming things 4 times, but then thinking about it, I was demonstrating it. Let's go. Big jumps, big pull, jumps. Oh, fast alternative V-sits. This is definitely the last one. Unless I mess that timer up again. Stand by. Certainly wasn't the first. If it was, it won't be the last. My word, coal's on fire. Let's get it done. Relax. Oh, so again, if you've done that correctly, you should feel your heart rate is up and your core is burning. It's mine certainly was. Right. Catch your breath, okay? Take yourself a few seconds, catch your breath, get a sip of water. From here on in, the exercises are pretty simple, okay? And you'll pick up the theme pretty damn quickly. Circuit 104 in the bag and done. Hit them hard, high intensity. It's about you pushing yourself hard on this one. This could be low intensity if you're taking your time, okay? So push it hard.
Activity completed.
No, it's not, it's far from it, right? We're going for burpees with a press up. Also known as something else, but like I say, it's not 9 PM, so I'm not allowed to say that word. So it's a burpee with a press up, burpee out, strict, press up, jump in, jump up. I want to see these jumps, everybody. We're getting too much of this nonsense going on. Okay? That, compared to that, requires so much less energy. We want to burn more energy. Okay? That's your first exercise. Your second exercise, only because people were practically begging for it this morning, is a good old window wiper. Okay? So watch. Think of an L sit, but to the side, then to the side. Now remember what I said. If you're starting to get to the extremes of this movement, you feel that you might pull your back out, it's probably because your lower back's tight. In which case I recommend you do it this way, but slowly, okay? But everybody else, hit it hard. Stand by, burpees with a press up. Let's do it. We burpee out, we do a straight press up. We jump in, we jump up. We jump down, let it flow. Push yourself hard. Do your burpees properly. Okay, it's not an inchworm. Do it properly. Keep the hands in place. Straight press up. Jump the feet in as far as you can. Remember, we're trying to land the feet as close to the hands as possible. From here, we're into our window wiper. Stand by. Keep it tight and go slow. You're trying to keep your upper body fixed in position. Both shoulder blades, shoulder joints stuck to the ground. So you shouldn't be doing a roly-poly or a side roll or whatever you want to call it. Take your time and remember, if your lower back feels like it's really lacking that range, do what I showed you. Otherwise you do risk pulling it out. We're ready for it. Burpee press up. Let's go. Big jumps. Get the chest up proud. Pull the shoulder blades together. Get the arms by the side. Good. That's better than mine. We're here to work hard. You know the drill. Tuesday night to bar. It's over before you know it. Let's make sure that it's over. You feel like you gave it your all. Stand by. Window wipers. I'll do them this way now. Okay. So your arms aren't there to drive and make it easier. Your arms are just there to stabilise you, to stop you rolling. I want you to really try to keep these legs straight, everybody. Work as if you're up against a wall. And you will feel that. It's a tough exercise. And as always with anything, I'm sure there's people at home right now really struggling to do that. Good. Okay, you've got something to work on. Go, burpee, press up. So as always, our attitude with something that we can't do, or we struggle to do, shouldn't be, I'm not going to do it. It should be, right, I'm going to struggle. I'm going to keep struggling. And eventually, I'm not going to struggle. But don't just give yourself a made-up alternative because you find it hard. Okay, if it's hard, accept the fact it's hard. Accept the fact it's challenging you. And accept the fact that you're going to get better. And you absolutely will get better. But you have to want it first. It's not going to happen by accident. So push it hard. Be sensible. Be controlled. If you're struggling to really do these, keep struggling. As struggle will get easier. But the struggle never ends. Stop looking forward to. Burpee, press up. Let's do it. You ready for it, everybody? Yes. Let's go out, strict, press up. And when I say strict, really think about your form. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the core. Big jump, squeeze the butt, squeeze the core. With all the core work we're doing here, you should absolutely feel your core working now. On these burpees, you'll be more aware of it. Relax. Get a chance for a quick breath. Kind of shake out, then down. Stand by to go. Legs up. And away we go. Real tough exercise. Real tough. Don't try to look for an easier way to do it. That's the wrong way to look at it. Because what you'll do, you'll start to bend your legs. You'll start to use momentum. So if you're struggling, you're probably doing it right. Don't try to make it easier. Are we ready for it? Let's get it done. Oh my God, I was wrong again. I was convinced we had another round. I was enjoying them. Right, you're not going to enjoy these next ones, so catch your breath, get a sip of water, okay? And we're moving on to circuit 3 already. So yep, you guessed it, burpees are the theme of the night, and core work is the theme of the night too. Don't say you don't get spoiled here, okay? We're working into the core big time, so you
Activity completed.
should be feeling your core fatiguing, getting tired, maybe even a bit of lactic acid burning. But what it should do is when you're doing your burpees, no matter what variation it is, even if it's just a regular burpee, you should now be more aware of it because you'll feel your core getting tired, you'll feel it burning, you'll feel it working, where maybe you didn't feel it working before. So really focus on these jump outs to squeeze the butt and squeeze the core. It's the butt and the core predominantly that stops that happening. You hurting yourself and pulling your lower back out. Remember, our core and our butt's going to contract by itself anyway, sort of a reflex, but that's not enough, okay? We want to reinforce it, so squeeze it, squeeze it. Tuck jump burpees, need no introduction. I'm going to do a burpee, I'm going to stand up tall, hoot, big tuck jump, knees to chest. Don't let me catch you doing this, okay? Up to the chest. Your second exercise is simple, another brute. Leg raises up, leg raises down. Oh yes, it's all about the core tonight, it's all about the burpees. Let's get it done. Burpee tuck jumps. Horrible? Well, we're just going to do it anyway. Let's do it. Come on. Burpee out. Big tuck jump. Separate the two movements. Stand up tall on your tuck jump. Out, in, chest up tall, chest up proud. Make sure we're landing on the ball of the foot. You're trying to land without making a sound. And yes, that's absolutely possible. That's how we stop sending all that horrible shock up into our ankle, hips, and knees, etc. Go. Up, down, up, down. See when you're coming up, try and sit up, hoot towards your legs more. Because I always see a lot of people end up sitting way back here, like I'm showing you now. Okay, I want you to come up towards those legs. Up, down under control. And if you put your feet down for a wee rest, ask yourself, search within the depths of your soul and ask yourself, do you really need to put your feet down? Let's go. If the answer's yes, fair enough. If the answer's, well, it was bombing, then get on with it. Let's go. Let's work hard. Remember, that's the currency we work in here. No shortcuts, no easy ways. Get it done. Now with these, yes, they're hard, okay? So if you fail and you've put your feet down, that's fine. As in, you literally fail because your muscles have given out on you. But a lot of us don't get to that point. We don't allow our bodies to fail because our minds quit way before that could even happen. Up, down under control. Good. It's not easy, but you're in charge. You ready for it? Burpee tuck jumps. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Nice and tall, nice and proud. Land nice and soft. And don't try to find a rhythm with your breathing, because of the intensity that you're working at, it's impossible. You cannot breathe in enough oxygen for the demands you're placing on your body doing them. As you can hear, go. Good. So keep it controlled. Try to distract your mind off what you're feeling. Like I say, if you just focus on this being hard, then you focus on your core burning, chances of failure are a lot higher. Okay, I have no idea where we're at, so just prepare yourself. I'm pretty sure there's another one. Yes, there is, thank goodness. Let's go. This is the last one, so you push it hard. I would say this is probably the hardest burpee variation we've got tonight, but that's a personal choice. Last one, everyone. Right, challenge yourself. See when it gets to that point it's hard, gets to that point you're thinking about quitting. Challenge yourself to do another rep. And then challenge yourself to do another one. Like I say, you can in fact hit true failure where your muscles will just relax and your legs will flop to the ground. That's us hitting failure. But a lot of us let that bunny feeling talk us into failure. Good work, everyone. Catch your breath, walk around, breathe. 3 circuits down. Hopefully you've got a sweat on. Hopefully you're feeling pretty damn good about yourself. But again, the word good is very loose. Okay, good work everybody, seriously. A little bit of a toughie tonight. But it's a controlled toughie, if you get what I mean. Okay? We'll get enough recovery between the workouts.
Activity completed.
Right, okay. Next exercises, again, pretty simple. We're doing a burpee, surprise, surprise. We usually do mountain climbers times 4. Tonight we're going to do rotational mountain climbers. Only difference with a rotational mountain climber is you're adding rotation at the hips, okay, which brings in the obliques more. So you're going to be taking from the front, full press up position. You're going to take your left knee across to your right elbow and your right knee across to your left elbow. Then we try to let it flow. It only works if you're going dynamically, if you're doing the full range of movement, okay? So it only works if you're returning your foot back to that start position where your core has to engage. Core's engaging because I'm trying to take it as far as I can and back in. If you're just going like this, okay, with your bum away up in the sky, you're not going to feel the core, okay? So remember that. If you're doing those mountain climbers, you should feel the core working like hell, and that's why I don't like them, because they're brutal. You're holding that full press up position, okay? So what we're going to be doing is a burpee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet out, feet in, big jump, okay? Second exercise is pulses. Pulse. Look at my body position, okay? Upper body's off the floor. I'm not doing a sit-up. I'm not returning to the floor. It's a pulse. Constantly under tension. It's going to burn like hell. But again, that's a choice. Stand by. You ready for it? Burpee. Mountain climbers, rotational. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet out, feet in. Big top jump. Really working the core. The burpee works the core hard. Add in a rotational mountain climber. Works it harder. And then add in a secondary. Add in a secondary core exercise like this pulse. And these cores are going to be burning like hell. Stand by. Go. So remember, your whole upper back is off the ground here. When I say pulse, it is a pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how short the range of movement is here. If you're going 1, 2, you're going too big. It's like you've done a crunch, but got stuck halfway up. Stand by. So the pulse is nothing more than just a burner, okay? We're just overloading that core, building that lactic acid. Go. Nice and fast on these. Big jumps on these. Remember, keep it strict. Keep the hips down. Keep the chest up proud. Every time you move those legs in those rotational mountain climbers, you'll feel your core working. And if you're not, check your hip height. You probably get your hips too high. So a mountain climber is effectively us in a full press up position, bringing the knee up to the chest. Our hips shouldn't be lifting, other than to let the knee up without hitting the ground. Oh. Get back up, and let's get done. There's more to be done. The work is not over yet. You ready? Come on, let's do it. Keep that intensity level high. Keep that effort level max. Don't start giving in or slowing down now. Pushing through this part where you might be tired. Don't tell yourself yet that's enough. Tell yourself more. You've came this far to this point now. I don't speak for everybody. Some people might be feeling alright. Other people might be struggling to go on. Go. Getting to this point, or that point, where you're struggling to go on. That's where the real work starts. And that's the zone in which you improve. You take it to that point, you stop. A little progress is made. Embrace the pain. Get ready. Back up on my feet. I feel like I'm talking to myself more than anything tonight. This is hellish. Right, go. Down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big jump. That big jump is going to get the heart rate up. And that's what we want. Why? Because it's hit. It's supposed to be hit. Good work. Right, pulses to finish. I think. I don't even know anymore. But I think it is. Okay, go for it. Embrace the burn. Take it for what it is. It's just lactic acid in the muscles. It's just a feeling. Okay? Your body's just telling you what's happening. We know that's going to happen. So accept it and get on with it. Just a byproduct of fatigue and nothing more. Oh my word, he says. Right. Pretty sure that's us, everybody, but I won't lie. My mind's gone a little bit. Yes, it is us. Right, walk around. Very quickly, breathe. Very quickly. Don't take too much water in. We're about to do our core finisher. Not that it really matters. It's not like you're going to throw up in my living room. Right, we're ready for it. Great work tonight, everybody. Stand by in 30 seconds. Make sure you are on the floor. Make sure you can see me where I am, where you are, without having to go up. First exercise, I don't know why I'm in this position, is an elbow plank. Do I have to explain an elbow plank and how to do it strict? No, I don't. Do it properly. Stand by, okay? So if you watch me now, knees together, feet together, butt squeezed to stop that lower overextension. Stand by. Get in the position now. Stand by. So when this buzzer goes, ding dong, I'm good to go. Your next exercise is going to be a side plank on a side that you're choosing. And then the third exercise is going to be a side plank on the side that you didn't choose. Keep it tight, work it hard. Elbow plank at this moment in time after all the core work we've done should feel pretty tough, but more than achievable. Onto your side, legs together, feet together, same position, same detail. Stand by, up we go, boom. Ready for the buzzer. So when that buzzer goes, the farting about ends. Okay, the exercise begins, and you're just trying to push foot up the way towards the sky. Feel the obliques firing in. That's what's stabilising you here. Keep the butt squeezed, it's good practice. It's going to keep your hips in the right position, relax, okay? You can simply roll over. Next side, stand by, 3, so we're up, 2, we're already there. Stand by, go, stop. Stop grabbing extra rest, okay? It's only 20 seconds. Be ready. When that buzzer goes, you're already in the position. 10 seconds. Squeeze the butt, make sure those hips are through. Fantastic, everybody. Right, next exercise. It's a reverse plank. Looks like this. Looks simple, give it a shot. Go. Body straight. I'm on my heels and I'm imagining someone's tied a rope to my waist and lifting it up. Lifting it up, and not only that, but continuing to lift it up. You're going to feel this in your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves, the core. Is there any way you don't feel it? Stand back. Go. My word, that was quite sore. Right. Next up is alternative knees to chest. Think of knees to chest, but one leg at a time. Go. 1, 2. Now to make this movement effective, you need to pull the knee in. Pull the knee in. Okay, don't let the foot touch the floor. Boom, boom, boom. You're not cycling a bike. This is controlled like pistons. Boom. Fantastic, great work everybody. Right, the next exercise. Next exercise, can't read it. Sit-ups. Sit-ups next, I think. Yeah, it is, let's go. Sit-ups. Classic sit-ups. Remember, control the descent. Catch the descent. We're not trying to break a record in 20 seconds on how many sit-ups we can do. I want you to increase hit the time under tension. If you really try and fight it on the way down, it's too late now, but if you really try and fight it on the way down, you're going to feel it big time. Okay, you're going to work those muscles harder. Right, dorsal raises. Upper body only, up, pause, squeeze, down. Upper body only, lifting off. Remember, pull those elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades hard together. You're not. Don't throw your head back. Do not throw your head back. Up, pause, squeeze, take it as far as you can, down. Great work. Okay, this feels dodgy because I feel that we've missed one out, but I'm pretty sure we haven't. Let's back to an elbow plank, into the position we go now. So we've done all that. And we're going to finish off. Remember, feet together, knees together. Squeeze the butt. Squeeze the core as if someone's going to punch you in the stomach. Don't just rely on whatever tension your brain's created. Enhance it. Get a good solid brace. And that good solid brace is going to start happening naturally. Boom. That is us. Okay, that's 8. 5 seconds. I don't even know why I'm saying that. 3 seconds. 2, 1, and the circuit's officially over. Boom, there we are. Great work tonight, everybody. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that. Very, very core focused. So hopefully you felt that core working hard. Maybe and hopefully it switched you on a bit more to your core and the purpose it has in your burpee, especially when you're doing your burpee and the jumping out part, how much your core should be working. And it's going to switch you on to that fact. Try and hit. Remember, don't just rely on what your body's going to do, what your reflex is going to do. Try to enhance it. Okay, squeeze the butt. Squeeze
Activity completed.
If you create that muscle memory and that habit, every time we're putting myself in any of these positions, because you hear me saying it constantly, squeeze the butt, squeeze the core. Keep doing it, keep being conscious of it, and eventually you'll find yourself just doing it, okay? And if you can build up a good, strong, solid core, you're sorted, okay? You're sorted. You're going to minimise injury, and you're going to get a hell of a lot more power out of your exercises, okay? Because a lot of us, and again, it's not an insult, but a lot of us have weak cores. We've got weak cores, and remember that includes the lower back. Weak cores is down to weak glutes. And it's just sitting down, it causes a lot of it, okay? I'm not trying to say you sit down, but we all sit down too much, even those of us who stand up for a living. Okay, we get a lot of imbalance, we get a lot of muscles starting to switch off, a lot of muscles having to switch on a lot more, and we start getting problems and pains and aches all throughout the body. Anyway, I'm going to stop myself consciously there, because I know this is going to go somewhere it doesn't need to go. So thank you very much. Any questions? I am here, I am yours.